What if I told you the secret to a longer, healthier life isn't some new pill or a crazy diet? What if it's something you can do in the first 5 minutes after you open your eyes? Well, the science is becoming crystal clear. How you wake up can literally set your body's course for decades. Today, we're going to break down an 8-step science-backed morning reset.
Now, I know that sounds incredibly dramatic, but hear me out. A lot of common habits, things we all do without even thinking, are putting this silent strain on our heart, our brain, and our joints right when they're most vulnerable. We spend so much time worrying about what we eat and how much we exercise, but we totally ignore this really delicate moment of transition every single day.
And this number right here, 29%, this is why we need to talk about this. It comes from a huge study in The Lancet from 2023. It found that seniors who followed a very specific morning sequence lowered their overall risk of death by that much. It's staggering. So we're going to walk through that exact routine, counting down from step 8 to 1. Oh, and you'll definitely want to stick around for step number 3. It's the one most people get wrong, but it's the key to actually reversing brain aging.
So let's kick things off with the absolute foundation. Step number 8. The second your eyes open, your body is in this really fragile state. Your blood pressure is at its lowest point of the day, and your internal balance system is basically still asleep. So jumping out of bed, that's like flooring the gas on a cold engine. It's just a massive shock to your whole system. The key here is to make what we call a passive transition. Before you even think about sitting up, just lie there. Gently start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. This simple little movement is like sending a polite little memo to your nervous system, saying, hey, it's time to slowly, gently come back online. Then, and only then, do you roll onto your side and use your arms to push yourself up.
And the impact of this one tiny change is, well, it's profound. A study found that seniors who took just 30 to 60 seconds for this transition had 41% fewer incidents of that morning dizziness or those scary blood pressure crashes. You are literally protecting your brain and your heart before your feet even touch the floor.
Okay, so you're sitting up on the edge of the bed. What's the first instinct? For a lot of us, it's to reach for that glass of water on the nightstand. Don't do it. That's a huge mistake. You see, while you're sleeping, your mouth becomes a breeding ground for bacteria. If you drink anything before cleaning that out, you're just swallowing a cocktail of inflammatory junk and sending it straight to your gut.
Yeah, this bacteria forms this sticky kind of gross community called a biofilm. When that gunk hits your digestive system first thing in the morning, it can trigger low-grade inflammation all over your body. And we now know that's linked to everything from arthritis to heart disease. The fix is so simple. Before you drink a single drop, gently brush your teeth and use a tongue scraper. It's a tiny act that lowers your body's inflammatory burden for the whole day.
All right, your mouth is clean. Now the siren song of the coffee maker starts to call. But just hang on a second. Your body doesn't need a stimulant right now. What it needs is lubrication. Your joints have been sitting still for hours, and the fluid that keeps them moving smoothly is all thick and stagnant. Pouring caffeine into your system right now is like asking a rusty machine to suddenly run at full speed. It's just not a good idea.
So before you even stand up, just spend 2 or 3 minutes doing some gentle joint activations while you're still sitting on the bed. We're talking simple ankle rolls, some knee circles, maybe a few gentle hip openers. This gets your body to produce what's called synovial fluid. Think of it as WD-40 for your body's hinges. It preps your joints for the day and helps prevent all those morning aches and pains. Okay, joints are lubricated, and now it's time to reboot your body's internal orientation system. This system is governed by something called vestibular feedback. And you know where it starts? The soles of your feet. That's right, shoes, slippers, even thick socks, they can all block the thousands of nerve endings down there from sending crucial balance data up to your brain. Just by standing barefoot on a firm surface, like a wood floor or a yoga mat, for a few minutes, you are recalibrating your entire posture and balance for the day ahead. And the results are just incredible. A 2022 study showed a 21% improvement in balance among seniors who did this every day. You know what that means? A huge reduction in the risk of falling. Your body is awake, it's aligned, and it's ready. So now let's take care of your brain. All night long, you lose a ton of water just by breathing. This means your brain is waking up dehydrated. Before it gets any caffeine, before it gets any food, your brain is just crying out for one thing: water. With electrolytes, it needs them to get all its electrical signals firing properly. But not just any water. Here's the perfect recipe for rehydrating your brain. 16 to 20 ounces of room temperature water,
It's just absorbed more easily, with a little pinch of mineral-rich pink salt for those electrolytes and a squeeze of lemon. This simple mix doesn't just hydrate, it literally fuels your brain cells. And the cognitive payoff here is almost immediate. Researchers shown that older adults who drank this exact cocktail when they woke up scored 23% higher on memory and attention tests just 20 minutes later. You can literally feel that mental fog start to lift as your brain gets the fuel it was craving.
All right, we've arrived at the big one, the step I told you to watch for. This is that crucial trigger that most people are doing completely backwards, and it is an absolute game changer for your brain health and your processing speed. You ready? Step number 3 is active brain stimulation. So many of us wake up our brains by, turning on the TV, scrolling on our phones, or listening to the news. But here's the thing. Those are all passive activities. To really fight brain aging and build up your cognitive reserve, you need a short, active challenge. This could be a crossword puzzle, a little brain game on your phone, or one of the most powerful and simple tools out there, reading an article out loud. See, reading out loud forces different parts of your brain to all work together. Your sight, your speech, your comprehension. And the payoff is huge. Just 3 to 5 minutes of an active challenge like this can boost your brain's processing speed by up to 32%. You are literally building and strengthening your neural pathways first thing in the morning. Now we lock in all those amazing physical and mental benefits. Your energy, your mood, your sleep quality, it's all run by your body's 24-hour internal clock, your circadian rhythm. And the 2 most powerful signals to reset this clock every morning are sunlight and your breath. When you sync them up, it's like turning the master key for your entire day's hormonal balance.
The technique couldn't be simpler. Just find a window or step outside and face the morning light. Then practice this 4-4-6 breathing pattern. Breathe in through your nose for a count of 4, hold it for 4, and then breathe out slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. That longer exhale is what activates your rest and digest nervous system, creating this feeling of calm, focused alertness for the day.
And here we are, step number 1. The final and maybe the most immediate action you can take to prime your mind for the day. It's called purposeful verbalization. All this means is speaking one clear, positive intention for your day out loud. Something like, today is going to be a productive day, or I am grateful and I am strong. The physical act of speaking activates your prefrontal cortex, which is like your brain's command center.
So, why is this so powerful? Well, in those first few minutes after you wake up, your brain is buzzing with something called theta wave activity. This makes your subconscious mind incredibly open to suggestion. It's kind of like programming software. So by verbalizing a positive command, you are setting the cognitive and emotional tone for your entire day before all the noise of the world gets in.
So let's put it all together now. The real secret to this whole routine isn't about doing some crazy hard workout or meditating for an hour. The magic is in the sequence. Each step biologically preps your body and brain for the next one, creating this amazing cascade of positive signals. It's the order that matters more than the intensity.
And this, right here, is really the ultimate takeaway. Our bodies have this incredible, innate intelligence. They don't usually need more interference. They just need the right information. This whole routine is about giving your body the correct signals at the correct time to unlock its own profound ability to heal and thrive. Look, you don't have to do all 8 steps at once tomorrow. Just start with 1. And if you can only pick 1 to start, make it step number 8, the passive transition. It protects your heart and brain. Let us know down in the comments which step you're going to try first. Your journey can literally begin with one simple change in the first 300 seconds of your day.